Swamiji, namaste.
Namaste, namaste, namaste.
Swamiji, when we have discussions and debates with a lot of people, especially on the subject of who is God or what is God, um, you know, it is ascertained that God doesn't exist since it cannot be proven by traditional scientific methodology. So here, after listening to you, I understand that the science can only study the aspects that can be objectified. So in that case, we call our shastra spirituality, or what we learn through Upanishads is the searching for the truth, satya anveshana. That's also can be characterized as science. In that case, how we can compare the line of inquiry in our shastra and the line of inquiry in the traditional science?
See, take the case of scientific inquiries. Just inquire from where all the philosophical systems evolved. All the scientific inquiries, all the philosophical inquiries, all this came from one point. That is the quest for realizing the reality. What is behind? I am seeing this manifestation, this phenomenal world. Or we can say innumerable phenomena I am seeing. I'm experiencing. So in a human being, that question is there. What is this? What is this? And when we observe, we realize there is a perfect order. There is a perfect order, right from the minutest atom or a subatomic particle to the grossest universe, or we can say the multiverse, whatever it is. There is a scheme, there is an order which is holding everything together. What is that? And both in science and philosophical inquiries, the very base of all this is one rule, that is, if there is a result, there must be a cause. Without cause, a result won't come. So what is the cause of all this? So we are inquiring. We are inquiring. By analyzing objects of the world, that is external objects, we are inquiring. But at a certain point, in the Shvetashvatara Upanishad, it is very well described. The rishis were sitting around together and discussing what is the cause of this, who is controlling everything, from where all these manifestations came. They were discussing. And at a certain point of that inquiry, they decided to go inside. So the search, it didn't end. It is continuing, but they entered inside. Then somebody may come and call it metaphysics. That the way of analyzing the material plane physical world, for determining or for ascertaining the reality, they will call physical science. The other, metaphysical science. But actually, we cannot draw a demarcating line. We cannot. Science is science. It is inquiry into the truth. What we call traditional today, see, science is developing, never developed. Science is developing, never developed. So what we call traditional today, that we will transcend tomorrow. That we will transcend tomorrow. So we can say this much only, inquiry we must have with him. What is that which is controlling everything? They can call it X, Y, or Z, alpha, beta, whatever it is. We gave a name for that, Ishvara. Ishvara is one who is controlling. Some entity, some faculty, some power, something which is controlling. That is Ishvara. Those who are reluctant to call it Ishvara, let them say X, Y, or Z. But nobody can, having a logical thinking, nobody can negate that, deny that. And see, when we study science, when we study mathematics, at a certain point of level, we will take so many assumptions, so many presumptions. I'm assuming this to be that. And after our observation, inquiry, and all, we will accept or we may reject. When we reject what we considered as scientific is no more science for us. We will say it is not scientific. So accept this much, science is developing, not developed. In 1930s, there was a Swamiji in the Ramakrishna order, Sri Ramakrishna order, by name Swami Nirvedanandaji. He wrote a book, a beautiful book it is, Science and Religion. In that book, there is a particular chapter, and the name of that chapter is Shaking of Hands. Shaking of Hands. So in that book, Swamiji, in that article, Swamiji writes, those who are considering themselves as scientists and are on the path of scientific inquiry into the reality, and those who are considering themselves as Vedantin, following the traditional teachings of Upanishads, both will come together at a common platform and shake hand, give shake hand, and will sit together. That time will come. See, what we called traditional psychology, some 50 or 80 years back, we don't accept that psychology now. What they considered as illusions, etc., in those days, that they are considering today. If a scientist, for example, a quantum physicist of the most modern time, if he talked on a common platform 50 years back, the so-called traditional scientists will say, this is a madman, a crazy fellow. But today they won't. Because physics itself is transcending. In the same way, I'm not saying about technology. I'm speaking about science. That is pure science. So that inquiry we must follow. And the end and aim of all are one, that is realizing the ultimate reality. It will go on and on. So don't believe in God, don't believe in ghost, don't believe in Satan. Why to believe? You take, analyze, go on. That is the reply to them. Don't take a full stop. This is the final word of science. No, it is developing.